Wow, and today we're going to talk about Jalen Carter's ruling. As the recorder of this video, I have no idea did the league suspend him or did not. Also, we're going to go ahead and talk about Howie Roseman ridiculous trade offer, if it's true. And lastly, Jalen Hurts AJ Brown unfair criticism. But let's get straight into it. All right, man, before we get straight into the main topics, I want to talk about what I seen Sunday as far as the competition, who looks scary. And first, I have to start with Green Bay. Green Bay defense looked legit, but in my opinion, it looked like they got a Jordan Love problem. And we'll see if that defense could hold up and carry them. But overall, that front four look vicious. It's either they vicious or the Lions O-line is like overrated, or Ben Johnson was really like the guy over there to make things shake and move. I was constantly telling Lions fans this, like, yo, losing the offensive coordinator is a big thing. Remember when we lost Shane Steichen, went to Brian Johnson? It wasn't a smooth transition. So we'll see and watch the Lions. Then, of course, I got to talk about the NFC East games, or a game, I should say. I didn't think Washington looked great. Giants just simply could not move the ball. That game could have been a lot closer if they got something from the offense, but they didn't get nothing. So, again, when I look at the NFC landscape, I don't see a true threat. But what I will say, just watching the overall games, most teams, I would say this, most teams' defense is ahead of the offense. The only really offensive game I've seen, and ironically, this was the game, was the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jets. But overall, the team's offense looked shaky, like from the AFC and NFC side. So it wasn't just the Eagles thing or even the Cowboys game Thursday. A lot of these offense are behind. But let me know in the comments if I'm off on that. And I'm watching the Ravens game and the Bills game. They going at it. Derrick Henry. And that game is not over just yet. But the earlier games, the 1 o'clock and the 4:25 Eastern Standard Time games, I didn't really see anything exciting besides the Jets and the Steelers. But other than that, it's been a lot of defense. All right, so before we get into the meat and potatoes, we got to shout out the show sponsor, ProphetX. So ProphetX is a new peer-to-peer sports exchange where you can bet against other fans and not the house. That means better lines and even a chance to set your own odds. You can sign up using the link in my description or download the app, put in promo code EagleOwl. You could get 1.5% ProphetX cash back for your first 30 days up to $200. Again, you could just download the app or just click the link in my description. And as you see here, like I said, I'm recording this Sunday night, so you see the live odds between the Ravens and Bills. But if you're interested in the Monday's game, it's here, Minnesota Vikings and Bears. And again, this is different from any other sports book. You're going against your peers and not the house. So thank you, ProphetX, for sponsoring the show. Let's get to the video. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown unfair criticism, right? These two guys, they've been on the mainstream media. A lot of these people been talking about them like, oh, how can AJ Brown have one target, one catch, this, that, and the third? Oh, the passing game just looked terrible. And I just swore, I'm watching the Browns and Bengals game. I'm like, are they going to hit Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow with the same thing? The media has been silent. It's either they've been silent or they just not in my algorithm, because Joe Burrow had less yards. Yeah, Jamar Chase had 2 catches for 20-something yards. And this is not being blown up as a big story nowhere else. When it was Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, it was everywhere. AJ Brown's going to be unhappy, this, that, and the third. He's going to be reading his book on the sideline. Whereas though, to me, Jamar Chase got a worse temper than AJ Brown. If Jamar Chase says some of the things he'd be saying in Cincinnati and Philadelphia, it'll be totally different. Maybe because they're a smaller market, maybe because Joe Burrow's the media's darling. because I can hear them now. They gonna bounce back. The passing game is gonna bounce back. Whereas though it's us, it's a totally different answer. And I just don't like the unfair criticism of like the AJ Brown and the Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts, just the passing game in general. Right? The goal is to win. That's what the Bengals did. That's what the Eagles did. I just want fair criticism. And Joe Burrow's like 14 to 23. Jalen Hurts was way more efficient, way smarter with the ball. And I could say the Bengals won possibly because of their defense. Whereas the I say the Eagles won is because of Jalen Hurts. And then the second half defense picked it up. So I want to see more fair criticism in the league because our guys get hit, maybe because, it generates views or whatever. But I'm telling you, if Jalen Hurts had a game like that, it would have been even worse. He's getting it right now because of the passing game or whatever, but it would have been worse if he had the Joe Burrow game. And Joe Burrow's, again, media darling. They played the Browns, and they were supposed to do whatever they want to the Browns, just like they said the Eagles were supposed to do whatever they want to the Cowboys. I look at it like it's a division game. Things can happen, me being fair. But let's see what the Dan Orlarski says and the Emmanuel Achos and those guys say, because they've been silent. I ain't going front. They definitely been silent. But let's talk about something the media has been loud about, and that's Jalen Carter. So as we know, Jalen Carter, is he going to get suspended? Is he going to get a hefty fine? Well, according to Adam Schefter, they are leaning towards suspending him, or they really don't know. A couple days ago, I heard Ian Rappaport say they're not going to suspend him, or it's unlikely he's just going to get a hefty fine. So it's mixed media reports. As I stated earlier in this video, I have no idea what happened because this video won't come out Monday morning. Maybe something happened by the time this video come out. But I will say this, man. He was basically suspended for a game already. He was basically suspended for a game. Dak Prescott know what he did. He baited him. So, just let him play the next game. Let him play the next game. Give him his fine because he definitely deserved that. But to suspend him, I'm starting to think that's a little overboard, especially he did not play a snap the first game. Did not play a snap. But you never know. We play the Chiefs the next game, and we know how much the NFL loves the Chiefs. This will give the Chiefs a slight advantage, especially with them missing, 2 receivers now. They got one suspended, one injured. And they're like, you know what? Maybe we should let Jalen Carter sit out a game. I still think the Eagles, the organization themselves, should do something with Jalen Carter. But the league, I'm starting to think just give him the fine, man. Give him the fine. Let him rock out. Let him rock and roll. And yeah, man, I think if he gets suspended 2-4 games, stuff I'm hearing, that's just too much. Way too much. Because when I first seen it, I thought it was an argument, and then he got mad and did what he did, spit on Dak Prescott, but it looked like it was a back and forth. And he went to go talk to Tyler Booker, and Dak Prescott inserted himself, which Tyler Booker looked kind of soft because he has back towards Jalen Carter. Now your quarterback stepping in. It shouldn't even have been like that. The big dudes up front was supposed to approach the big guy with the Philadelphia Eagles, and they let their quarterback handle their work. Kind of soft to me, if we being honest. Howie Roseman, ridiculous trade offer. I heard it was like two first round picks, like a third and a fifth. Like we was trading away our future, and they said it was more, like maybe even a player. Howie Roseman was going for it all. Like he was saying, like this is going to be a move where it's that we could win another championship. I look at it like, yeah, Micah Parsons. I seen him yesterday. He looked really good. Imagine him coming off the edge, him and Nolan Smith, and then Jalen Carter. Yeah, it would have been some problems in Philadelphia, like good problems. Like that D line would have been mean. So I get it. I understand it. And then when you look at Micah Parsons, a lot of people see him as generational. And he's showing a different fight in Green Bay. I know it's only one game, but he's showing like, Cowboys made a huge mistake. And if he would have went to the Philadelphia Eagles and played the Cowboys week 1, man, that would have been something crazy. That would have been crazy. But he do get his chance against the Cowboys week, 4? So that's a game got to stay up and watch, man. Like Micah Parsons, he looked like a different guy, I would say. The only thing with Micah Parsons is that podcast. That's the annoying part. But other than that, Micah Parsons can really ball. And now you got to watch the Cowboys, because if Micah Parsons balling like that and they whiff on those 2 first-round picks that they got from the Green Bay Packers, man, they going to run Jerry Jones out of town. But I get it. I get it watching Micah Parsons while the Eagles thought like, yeah, he's the one. We can win like 2, 3 in a row with him. And I look at it like Howie is always going to make the call. He's always going to make the call. He's always watching the landscape, because it's like basically soon as Micah Parsons didn't pan out, he knew we needed an edge rusher and got Zadarius Smith. We see about that CB2 spot. Maybe he got more faith in Ja'Cory and Bennett. He probably like, look, let's see what Ja'Cory and Bennett do before I go out there and make another move. And that's fair. Let Ja'Cory and Bennett catch up on the playbook or whatever, and then insert him. Maybe we see him more week 2. I don't know. But let's see what he got. And if he don't look too well, I think Howie Roseman got enough picks where so he could make a big trade for one of these top tier cornerbacks or whatever. I still think Jalen Ramsey should have been the Eagle, but it ain't happened. It is what it is. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hey man, what do you think and how do you feel? The NFC, how do you feel about the conference? Is there a real threat to the Philadelphia Eagles? Also, Howie Roseman, he was betting it all on Micah Parsons. How y'all feel about that? And Jalen Carter ruling, the new report that's out there. Should he be suspended? Should he not be suspended? But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.